Did you know your child may not even know why they're rejecting you? Hey, this is Ryan Thomas, a child of parental alienation who discovered the truth and reconnected. And this concept might shock you. Wow, what do you mean they don't know why they're rejecting me? I have all kinds of reasons that they've given me for their anger, for their vitriol, and why they're pushing me away. Ryan, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm telling you, as an alienated child who has this lived experience, that ideas, negative thoughts are implanted in your child, are programmed within your child so that they are made to be obedient and to go along with the narrative and the belief that you, the alienated parent, should be rejected, that you should be pushed away. And at the end of the day, they themselves really don't understand why. They don't always have that emotional connection to why they're pushing you away, other than the fact that they have to. They're supposed to. It's what the other parent said. It's what's acceptable now. It's the right thing to do now. And oftentimes they do that to keep themselves safe, to make sure that they go along with what they're supposed to do. And in order to play act at first to the alienating parent, to make sure that they can show they're being loyal, they're being obedient, and they don't get into trouble, they will just go along with the repetitive lines, the repetitive words of, this is why I'm mad, you did this to me, like a robot. They will listen to and parody what the alienator's argument is. You abandoned us. You chose someone else. You decided we weren't important enough. You only care about money. You only care about yourself. But they don't often or always feel that emotion themselves. And so one of the ways that you can tell, is this really true? Does my child really know why they're angry with me, why they're rejecting me? You just have to keep pushing. Why? Tell me more about that. And what you'll realize is that other than their script, other than their robotic resuscitation of this word, of these phrases, of these arguments, sometimes there's not a lot there. And so what you want to do is you want to push the child past their script. Push your child past the narrative that they're repeatedly saying to see what else there is there. Even if it's just raw emotion, right? I'm angry, I'm frustrated. When you recognize, oh, wow, this is just them trying to stay safe. This is just them trying to say things that the alienator is saying, and there's nothing else, and you can knock them off their script. They can't go any deeper, right? So imagine that there's an incident, and imagine you talked to me this way and you yelled at me. Okay, tell me more about it. Well, you said these things and you kept doing these things to me. Okay, and what else? Tell me more. It made me feel terrible and awful. Okay, why? How did it make you feel? You said and did these things. It doesn't matter. It's just what you did. I'm so sorry to hear that. But tell me more about how that impacted you. How did it make you feel? Angry. Why? Because you said and did these things. That night you said those things. And you just recognize they're holding on to one thing that has been given to them, that has been implanted in them. And I'm not saying that this is like they took a happy moment and then were somehow able to turn it into something horrible. It's the idea that, yes, you can have disagreements, you can have arguments, you can have raised voices, but it doesn't always mean that it ends a relationship and a family. As a matter of fact, it doesn't often happen. But in an alienation situation, the alienator will seize on that moment. We'll blow it up. We'll tell the child, this is so important. This is so impactful. This is so wrong. This is so terrible. And they will drill it into the child's mind so that that's the story that they go with. That's the story that they believe. And again, the goal is to push them beyond that. Make them realize they just hit a dead end. Make them realize, oh, I don't really have anything else, right? Or what else is there? Well, I'm just still really annoyed that you said these things or that you did that thing that night, that day. Now, also, of course, the alienator is relentless in what they do. So it might be that instance. It might be something that happened 2 weeks ago. It might be something that happened just that day. And all of a sudden, oh my gosh, that's it. That was the straw that broke everything. So it still can be multiple things that have been implanted and made into something much bigger than they are, much more dramatic than they need to be, that is a relationship-ending event. But the child themselves doesn't feel that. The child themselves doesn't really know why they're rejecting you other than to go along, to get along. And I will tell you from my own personal experience that this was the case. There were times where, of course, I was upset or I didn't like something that was said. And my alienator would take that and say, look at how terrible he is. Look at how awful. When he's saying that, he's choosing other people over you. You're just not as important. And I would be like, oh, well, I didn't think about it like that. That seems like a little much, but okay. But then all of a sudden it would be like, no, remember that time? Remember that Sunday when he said that? And I go, oh, I understand. Right, that was supposed to be, yeah, that Sunday when you said that to me, that was terrible. And then the more that pressure builds up to reject you, that story takes on a life of its own. Anything else that happens, if it's good, well, this was fun. But don't forget what he said to you on that Sunday, how terrible that was, how that made you feel, that you weren't important. Oh, right. Okay, so he's bad, not good. Okay, got it. If it's something that is a negative, hey, how was things this weekend when you went and visited your dad? Well, it was okay. We did this and this and this. Did he make you breakfast? Well, we actually went out to breakfast. You went out to breakfast. You couldn't make you breakfast himself? And I'm like, oh, this is a nerve. And then it's just like what happened 2 Sundays ago, 3 Sundays ago, 6 Sundays ago, when he did this other thing that didn't make you feel as important. And so all of a sudden, I start going, right, there's all these things. This thing you said to me on this Sunday, and then 3 Sundays afterwards, you didn't make me breakfast. Or you made me breakfast and you didn't take me out. I'm not important enough for you to spend your money on. Whatever it is, the idea gets implanted. The narrative gets set. The script is delivered. And the script is recited over and over and over, and almost like a mantra, and the child can't get out of the mantra. That is what happens oftentimes in alienation. So if you're looking for ways to understand this more, how to break this mantra, how to get your child to really connect with the things that are important to them, the things that matter to them, to wipe away all of this programming and actually start showing them who you really are and how you can be involved in their life in a positive way, and you need help, click the link below this video. You can get more information on that. So until next time, I'm Ryan Thomas. Thanks so much, and we'll see you on another video. Hey, it's Ryan Thomas. Thanks so much for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel, and it also helps to spread the word. Be sure to watch other videos from this channel, and also check below this video for other resources and links to help.